Why did you get interested in cleansing?
Well, I got interested in cleansing because I wasn't healthy. I was having lower back problems. This was about 20 years ago after the birth of my 3 kids. I would get pimples and break out. I had bloating all the time, and I wasn't regular. And I felt tired all the time. And so I knew that I needed to do something. My back was so bad, I could hardly sit down. And so somebody had told me that maybe I needed to do a cleanse. And so that's how I started. I read about the colon cleanse, and I did a lot of research. And I found out that the Psyllium Husk cleanse is an excellent cleanse to do. I've done it every year now for the last 20 years, and it's what keeps me healthy. I haven't been to the doctor since the birth of my 2nd child, because I had my 3rd one at home. And I am always very healthy, and all you need to have is 2 simple ingredients for the Psyllium Husk cleanse. Black strap molasses, unsulfured, and the whole psyllium husks.
Now you continue eating when you do this cleanse, and you just take this combination
4 times a day. I have it in an article written on the website, how to do it.
Okay.
It's a free cleanse that I give out.
And it says in the article what to do and for how long. And
it has the exact directions on how much to take.
The first time that you did it, I think the first time anybody does anything like this that they haven't done before, there's a little bit of uneasiness if there's anything that they weren't expecting, like if they get a little bit of a stomach pressure or whatever, they tend to kind of overreact and frantically write in, oh, what's going on, did I do something wrong?
Well, the psyllium husks are a natural product. They can't hurt you. Okay. It's just the husks from the psyllium plant.
So it's like if you eat too many prunes, you might get some...
But they don't cause diarrhea.
Okay.
They don't do that. They give bulk for your...
They do.
We don't want to.
You describe all that in the article.
The whole article really gets into more detail on that. But I remember that you and I did the Psyllium Husk cleanse together the first time that we ever did it 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And we supported each other through it. And I remember we did have the first couple of weeks, we had a little bit of cramping.
You can accidentally take too much, or I think maybe your tablespoons are too heaping or something, and you figure that out as you go along, and you cut back a little bit, and everything's fine. There's no need to panic, whatever. But it's important that you mentioned that we did it together, because it was so nice to be able to be going through that with you, and to be able, and I just loved to be able to encourage you as we were doing it, and you encouraged me, and I encouraged you, so we encouraged one another. And that's great if you can do that together, because I think one of the hardest things is to be doing something like this, and you're the only one in the house, and it's just, if there's anything that's discouraging you, it's important to to try to establish doing it together. If you can do that, it's highly recommended. But if you can't, it's okay. I did that cleanse with you the first time, but afterwards, I also did some of the other. That's a colon cleanse. I did some of the other cleanses, which were, I think, liver cleanse and kidney stone and gallstone cleanse. And all the cleanses are in this booklet, which we have on the website, Cleansing versus Surgery.
It's under the health and well-being.
And it outlines, and all you do is, besides the colon cleanse, having to get those products, the other cleanses only require a few items you can get at the grocery store, things like olive oil and lemons, and apple juice, things like that. So they're not complicated. There's a half a dozen of them outlined in this book. This is an excellent booklet. And I started out, I started saying, with that cleanse with you, but I also went on to do some of the other cleanses.
And let's do that in another video. We want to hear about the first time you did the gallbladder cleanse.
Okay, well I just wanted to briefly say that the reason why I started, I committed myself to a lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle, and the cleanses are a cornerstone of that lifestyle, because I too was getting sick more often than I really would have liked to. And this was also around 15, 18 years ago, 15, 18, 20 years ago, when I was a much younger man. But yet I still was getting, it seemed like, mucus in my throat, sinus colds, and I know that some people think that's just normal, but I haven't had one of those in like over a decade. So
we don't get sick.
We don't get those. And so, highly recommended. What is this now? $10 on the website, and it's got testimonials on the back. So, great, wonderful, excellent resource. Highly recommended. We've done it ourselves, and I'll tell you, you don't know what you're missing.
Email me anytime with your questions about the cleanses, and I'll be happy to answer your questions.
All right, thanks for coming. Have a blessed day.